Good morning. Welcome back. I screwed up. I I don't even have any excuse. I mean, I got to show you what I did here. So, maybe some of you master carpenters noticed that I did not put a freaking sill plate underneath my wall on the concrete. I just framed the wall up and that's it. Put it, slipped it under the existing beam that was there for this carport and just totally spaced it. I had half of my widths were there. I did buy some foam to run underneath my sill plate, but then I totally forgot about it. I've had that foam's been riding around in the back seat of my truck for a month. I bought it forever ago in anticipation of laying it down and laying a sill plate over it and then framing the wall on that. And then I just got to go in here and I completely spaced it. In my defense, I have not framed in over 20 years. So I'm not in the rhythm here. And I just completely screwed up. So the whole thing does not have to come down. That's a joke. But I do need to prop this up. And basically what I'm going to have to do, and this sucks, but I don't have a choice. I can't leave it like this. It'll last like 5 years and rot away and the whole thing will come falling down. That might be an exaggeration, but still, it's got to be done right. So what I'm going to have to do, gosh, this totally sucks. What I'm going to have to do is build a temporary wall here and prop up, this sill, or this bottom plate is in sections because I didn't have lumber long enough to run a whole 28-foot length. Who does? So there's a break there. There's a break here. You can kind of see it. And there's a break in the opening here, which is getting cut out anyway, but there's a break there. So what I'm going to have to do is prop this roof up. I'm probably going to make a beam that spans 4 of these. I don't know if you call them, I wouldn't call them joists because they're not for the floor, but I guess you'd call them, maybe you could call those trusses. I don't know, joist trusses, whatever. I'm going to span 4 of those and prop this roof up so that I can take my Sawzall and cut up probably 1 inch and 5/8 on each one of these studs all the way down. Take 1.5 inches off each one of those, pull that bottom plate out, slide in my pressure treated sill, bolt it down, and then slide my bottom plates back in, and I'm just gonna have to toenail them to the bottom plate, which sucks. It's not ideal, but it'll be better than leaving it the way that it is now. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. Devastating. I realized it like yesterday, I think, and I just don't know why it didn't dawn on me until then. So anyway, I'm glad that I'm not paid hourly, and you probably wouldn't hire me anyway. So this is on my own time, and I am going to admit my mistake, and I'm going to go back and get my sill plate in here and redo this. So yep, go ahead and work on that now. It is Thanksgiving today. So here we go. All right, so here's sort of my temporary roof support wall thingy. So I've got it all cut to size. but I do need to attach that 4x4 there because I didn't quite have any 4x4s that were long enough to reach all the way to the ceiling, because this sort of the slope goes up this direction, and I'm going to put the temporary wall like back a little ways, like right here, so I have room to work down there and cut all these off. So I'm gonna have to set it, I'm gonna have to attach that 4x4 to the bottom of this and then stand it in there, and that'll hold the roof up while I start cutting my studs. Ugh. All right, so that is fully supporting the roof now, and it's nice and plumb underneath there. You can see how I attached that 4x4 with a couple 2x4s. So we are totally supported. So now I can go through, and I think I can cut everything back probably all the way to that one there. I think I can go all the way to there, and then that there's a break right there, and that's the last break before I have to move my temporary wall. So I can get all of this updated with a sill plate and foam underneath it, and then we'll move our temporary wall down there, move all that plywood, and get to that last little section and get a sill plate under that as well. So one other issue that I have here is I'm sort of limited on pressure treated lumber. So I have this 2x4 here, will get me started, but I probably have another 20 feet of wall there. I've got a couple of 2x6 pieces of pressure treated for this back wall. This back wall here you can see kind of in this opening for the back. That's just gonna have one man door in it. That's gonna be a 2x6 wall, only because I'm out of 2x4 material, and I don't know if I showed this actually. Let me go over here. We'll do that in a second. So I do have pressure treated though. The thing is, today is Thanksgiving, and so everything's closed, so I can't just go around and buy some. And honestly, I probably wouldn't anyway, because for some reason, the guy that lived here before me built this entire deck on the back of this house out of pressure treated. I don't know why he did that. Probably just what he had on hand. So this whole thing is pressure treated lumber, and so I'm gonna pillage this deck back here and get what I need. There's only one 2x4 in there, and then the rest looks like 2x10. So but I'm gonna pillage this and then replace it with just regular 2x6s. So let me bring you over here and show you. This is actually pretty incredible. So there's these auctions, material auctions out here in where I live, and there's a lot of construction in Boise, Idaho, because it's the fastest growing city in the nation for like the last 10 years straight or something ridiculous like that. So needless to say, there's lots of leftover lumber from job sites that contractors just want to get rid of it, and so they give it to these auction houses and then they sell it for cheap. So I've got it all tarped up for now, but this here is all siding and trim, and then under these two piles is just siding, and then that's drywall, and then that's all plywood. I mean, plywood, when I bought this, I bought all of this material. Well, let me finish going through it first. So that is flooring plywood there. So it's 3/4 inch. That's all hardy backer back there. And then this is all dimensional lumber back here. And so when I bought this, I paid like $2,500 for it. And I got this shower stall behind me and like a couple other things like a sink and some stuff. So really incredible deal when you consider that this is a stack. Well, when I started, I think I've probably taken 10 off it, but that was a stack of like 80 sheets of plywood there. And when I bought this, a sheet of plywood was like 80. So lumber was just ridiculous, super expensive. So $2,500 I bought all of this material for, and this is enough to finish that, you know, frame in that carport to enclose it as a garage slash shop slash studio for recording installs and stuff like that, and to remodel this shop, which is a 24 by 40, into a 1-bedroom guest house. So it's enough material to do all of that. And so for 2,500 bucks, I basically bought an attached garage and a house. Pretty incredible. So anyway, I'll end it there. So I'm gonna go and start to pillage this this deck back here and get what I need and rip it down and get everything I need for the sill plate, and then we'll be in good shape. We can start moving forward again. So apparently I didn't film an ending for this video, so I'm doing it now, but I did get, you know, the pressure treated that I needed, scavenged off the back deck, got the sill plate installed, all is well, life is good. It was a total pain. I think I stopped filming at some point because I was just trying to get it done, and every night, you know, it's getting dark at like 5:15, so only limited amount of time, and when you're filming it takes twice as long to do everything. So anyhow, yeah, it's all in place and in good shape. So good to have that squared away. I hope I never make that mistake again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.